It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love in my city. You ain't saying hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 52. Yeah, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here. Jim. Tighten up.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014, and remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Manning. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds. Here's Tyler Newsome now. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Check 50, check 50.
Here's McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Mike, 315. Mike, 5-4. Here we go. Check. Check out. 12.
On 1st down, Wilson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
On the ready. Check 55. Go on, go on. I can't believe they even let you play. Check 9, check 9. Get it.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second. And look at this, it's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's an 8 shot. Tempo start.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Wilson, complete, the tight end Kelsey. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a 1st down.
Check in. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this 1st quarter. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Manning now on 1st down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
It's 2nd and 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Manning now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Manning. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And look at this, another fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. He'll have a first down inside the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The Cardinals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. McCaffrey, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
Tyler Lockett! It's caught. Lockett. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
They're running it. Gun. Move. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Room here to run. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
19. Switch. Bang.
On first down, here's Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
36. Check the backer. Hatchet. 25.
On second down, a run with Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Green 80. Mike 34. Man, that's trash. Green 80.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. To throw on 3rd down, Manning. And that's caught by Beasley. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check. Lucky.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
132 fighter.
Now Manning. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
You got tape. Get it.
McCaffrey. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. To the line now is Eli, as his guys will go for 2.
Check back. Slam. Watch twist.
McCaffrey will try to run it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Lewis here on first down. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Wide, get wide. Check 3. Shift.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. DJ Reader there on the tackle. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 4.
Ready. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Amendola, the intended receiver. After the interception, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's checking crowd. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
This is McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Check 99.
McCaffrey on the counter. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
25, check 25, check 61. Matchbox lights. Let's go.
On play action, it's Manning. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Hey, let's get it.
To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. He's got Lockett. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Cole Beasley, the intended target. 3rd down here.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Greystone travel.
Shoot.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Right there, 54 Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
This is Breida. Able to slither by. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Antoine Bethea, a former 49er, there on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.